Hi everybody, it's RPG Grandma again, picking up with where I got cut off. YouTube video, studio stuff. All right, so Yarzarians, they glide. They got a membrane between their arms, runs down their whole body. It's kind of like a gliding squirrel, but they're more chimpanzee-like. They wear goggles because they're sensitive to light. They're very pushy and aggressive. They used to be very warlike. But they are smarter and quicker uh, than the other races. So that's kind of your basic information. The and humans, we know what humans can do. That is why they are always the default rate race in games that have multiple races, species. That is what's going on here. Also, you're starting with 4 because it doesn't overwhelm the referee or the players when they're learning a new game. It's not a bug, it's a feature in when you're making games to not give people too many choices right out the gate. Let those choices develop because first you got to learn how the basic stuff works. So these 4 species are your main species, with humans actually running quite a bit. So uh, that's important to understand. So now we get into how do you create the characters. Well, I said there's 8 abilities that you're going to roll for. You're going to roll 4 times, and so you're going to roll the 2 dice, and you're not going to be adding them together. What you're going to be doing is looking, okay, I rolled a 5 and a 3, that's 53. And then you would look on this chart that they give you. And if you rolled 53, it's right there. You look across till you find the zone. And you go, oh, that's a 45 down here. And that's your base score. And then you would plug and play it. Remember, they gave you this nice piece player character sheet to Xerox. You would plug and play it right there across. You would start with this 45, 45. This is 35, 35, and there's reason for that. You're like, but it's the same. Why would I just do it? Trust me. All right. So you do that with all 4 of them. After you've rolled them, you got your base score. Then you pick your species, your race, and then you do the racial modifications. Humans aren't modified at all because they're the base. But Duralicites get a +5 to their strength and stamina. Both scores get a +5. So if you had rolled 45 for that, let's say, and the base score came out 45 after you roll, looked at your chart, then you would add 5 and 5, and it would be 50-50. Okay? But they're a -5 on their dexterity and reaction speeds. So you have to subtract 5. So conversely, let's say they rolled really good on dexterity and reaction speed, and they're 70. Now they rolled as high as you could get, which is the 96 to 100 percentile roll gives you the base score 70. But now they're not going to be 70, they're going to be 65, 65. They're exceptional for a Duralicite, but they're not getting that highest end that a beginning character would get. The Vrusk are a -5 to their strength and stamina, but a +5 to the dexterity and reaction speed scores. Yarzarians, on the other hand, are a -10 to their strength and stamina, but they get a +5 to their intelligence and logic score and a +5 to dexterity and reaction speed. So it's balanced, and it's to create flavor and uniqueness between the different species more than just words. That the words in the description have an actual mechanic attached to them. This is not the game being mean to you. And there is a way to improve your scores through adventuring or decrease them through adventuring. So that there's ways to improve this. The next thing you have to figure out is your initiative modifier. So on the sample character we have, he's creating a Rosarian, and so she has been modified, and so he has a finished reaction speed of 45. You take that 45, you divide it by 10, that gives you 4.5. That is not, you're not done yet. Now you round up that 0.5 to 5 because the players get the advantage here. Well, actually, even the NPCs do, but that's how you generate your initiative modifier, which is IM. And you make your character's name, if they have a gender. We'll get into that later, another episode. And you put in their walking and running speed. There's a little chart in the book here we'll get into. And whether they have a weapon or not. And you basically have a done character. Your current stamina, which is the same as the stamina that you rolled for and figured out on your base chart and then modified. You're done. Your character's done. This is one of the easiest types of games to play. I'm telling you guys right now. So that's it in a nutshell for making this game. Now there's no alignment to deal with. I think I said that already. But you get to decide what kind of people these are going to be that you're playing. You know, whether they're up to no good, whether they're a little sketch, do good some days, not so good the other days, whether they're, you know, Boy Scouts, whatever. You are going to be the one deciding that. You have, so if you love role playing with out with a game not putting too many limitations on you, and the few limitations that or effects that are there are them tweaking things like, you know, your ability modifiers, that kind of stuff. This is the game for you. You got your vision for your character. You're going to be a smuggler, but you're basically a big softy, but you're a smuggler, you know. Or you're going to be Starlaw. You're going to be the law, Space Fuzz. This is the game for you because you can play your character however you want. There's nobody telling you how to interpret alignment, any of that stuff. Of course, the game will have consequences to whatever you choose to do, and that's it in a nutshell. The character's basically done. There's only really the skills, which is in the expanded set. But for playing the basic scenarios that they have in here, this is pretty much all you need to start learning the game. And then we get into the expanded rules. So the next episode is going to look at the maps and the movement, where those movement numbers came from that we saw, and game turns, and start looking at some terminology they got going on in here. And we will slowly go through this basic book. And I'm telling you, it's a fun game. It is a fun game. This is an easy pickup game. People can wrap their heads around it so easy. Once you've got the characters made in a little adventure, woo, everybody's having fun. Have a great day. There will be more to come. Bye-bye.